Erling Braut Haaland doesn't just play the game, he conquers it. With the power of a Norse warrior and the precision of a machine, he has emerged as football's last Viking, pillaging defenses and rewriting record books across Europe. F34C30, born on July 21, 2000 in Leeds, England, Erling's story begins with deep sporting roots. His father, Alf Inge Haaland, was a tough Premier League defender who played for Nottingham Forest, Leeds United, and Manchester City. His mother, Gry Marita Braut, was a Norwegian heptathlon champion, bringing elite athletic genetics to the family. When Erling was just 3 years old, the family returned to the small town of Bryne in Norway, a rural place of around 12,000 people where he would grow up immersed in sport but grounded in simplicity.
That's it with the outside of his boot, it's Haaland! 2-1 to
D8C262. From an early age, Erling showed an extraordinary drive. He tried handball, golf, and athletics, even setting a world record for standing long jump in his age group as a 5-year-old. But football was his true calling. He joined Bryne FK's youth setup and made his senior debut at just 15 years old. Coaches remember a boy who was quiet off the pitch but ferocious on it, a natural goal scorer with an attitude that goals were the only thing that mattered. 6-0 FAE1. At 16, he moved to Molde FK, where legendary striker Ole Gunnar Solskjaer helped refine his game, particularly his heading. In his second season there, Haaland became the team's top scorer with 16 goals in the league. The Viking spirit was already stirring, raw power combined with sharp instincts. Scouts across Europe began to take notice of this unstoppable force from the fjords. A 3.2619 in 2019, Haaland made the leap to Red Bull Salzburg in Austria. It was here that the world truly saw the monster emerging. He scored 29 goals in just 27 appearances across all competitions in his first half season, winning the Austrian double and earning Austrian Footballer of the Year. In the Champions League, he became the first teenager to score in 5 consecutive matches. His celebrations, thumping his chest, eyes wild, signaled the arrival of something primal and unstoppable. 790937 Borussia Dortmund came calling in December 2019, and Haaland wasted no time. On his debut, he scored a hat trick. He would go on to net 62 goals in 67 Bundesliga appearances.
Haaland's onto it. Haaland into the penalty area. Haaland hits the shot. Oh, I say, Erling Haaland. You are one hell of a...
Including becoming the fastest player to reach certain scoring milestones. In the Champions League, he continued his rampage, finishing as top scorer in 2020-21 with 10 goals. Dortmund fans adored him, but everyone knew this Viking was destined for even bigger raids. 8A74DF. The summer of 2022 marked the beginning of his legendary chapter at Manchester City. For a reported 60 million euros, Pep Guardiola acquired a player who would transform the team into a treble-winning machine. In his very first Premier League season, Haaland shattered records. He scored 36 league goals, a new single-season high, along with 52 goals in all competitions. He won the Golden Boot, the European Golden Shoe, and helped City secure the Premier League, FA Cup, and Champions League. He was named UEFA Men's Player of the Year and finished second in the Ballon d'Or. 818FB9. What makes Haaland so fearsome is not just his physicality, his 1.95 meter frame, explosive speed reaching over 36 kilometers per hour, and brute strength that shrugs off defenders. It's the complete package. He times runs perfectly, positions himself like a predator in the box, finishes with either foot or his head with clinical efficiency, and can hold up play or create for others. Most of his goals come with one touch inside the penalty area, turning half chances into certainties. Opponents describe facing him as overwhelming, like trying to stop an avalanche. DB5649. Off the pitch, Haaland remains something of an enigma, calm, meditative, with a love for simple pleasures. He follows a meticulous diet, reportedly consuming up to 6,000 calories a day, including unusual items like cow hearts. He enjoys chopping wood and has spoken openly about his fascination with Viking history, their fearlessness, their bond as a crew, their mentality of sailing into the unknown and getting the job done no matter what. On the pitch, I want to attack like a Viking, he once said. 65EE95. For Norway, Haaland has been a savior. He made his senior debut in 2019 and has since become the national team's all-time top scorer with over 55 goals in fewer than 50 appearances. He broke Jurgen Juve's long-standing record in 2024 and has led Norway back to major tournaments, including a memorable run in the 2026 World Cup. Born in England, he could have chosen the Three Lions, but his heart belongs to Norway, the land of his upbringing and Viking ancestors. For 6, Haaland's impact goes beyond numbers. In an era of tactical sophistication and heavy pressing, he reminds us of football's raw essence. Putting the ball in the net. He has the quickest path to hat tricks, the most prolific scoring rates, and an aura that intimidates before the whistle even blows. Defenders bounce off him, goalkeepers dread his presence, teammates thrive knowing the Viking is leading the charge. His longevity seems assured. He signed a massive contract extension with City until 2034, and at just 25 years old in 2025 to 26, he continues to pile on goals and trophies. Yet he stays grounded, proud of his roots in Bryne, and driven by the simple joy of scoring. Erling Haaland is more than a footballer. He is football's last Viking, a throwback to an age of warriors who crossed oceans in search of glory. In a sport increasingly dominated by systems and stars polished by academies, he charges forward with unbridled power and joy. From the fields of Bryne to the grandest stages of the Premier League and Champions League, he has carved his legend through sheer will, genetic gifts, and an insatiable hunger. As long as Haaland laces up his boots, defenses will tremble, records will fall, and fans will witness something rare. A player who doesn't just play like the best in the world, but embodies the untamed spirit of conquest. The Viking has arrived, and football will never be the same. The 2026 FIFA World Cup became the biggest test of Erling Haaland's career. For years, critics questioned whether his extraordinary club performances could ever be replicated on football's biggest stage. Haaland answered those doubts with actions instead of words. From Norway's opening match, he played with fearless intensity, bullying defenders, creating space, and leading every attack with the mentality of a true warrior. Haaland's goals grabbed the headlines. It was his leadership, relentless work ethic, and refusal to accept defeat that truly defined his World Cup. What makes Erling Haaland so unique isn't simply his incredible finishing or unbelievable physical strength. It's his mentality. When pressure reaches its highest point, he becomes even stronger. He never hides from responsibility. He demands the biggest moments and embraces every challenge that comes his way. That fearless attitude is why millions of fans call him football's last Viking. Just like the legendary Norse warriors who sailed into the unknown without fear, Haaland attacks every match with absolute belief. He represents more than Norway's greatest footballer. He represents courage, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Every goal, every sprint, and every battle reminds the football world that some players aren't built to follow history. They're built to create it. At only 25 years old, Haaland's journey is still only beginning. More Premier League titles, Champions League trophies, Ballon d'Or battles, and perhaps even a FIFA World Cup trophy still lie ahead. But regardless of what the future holds, one thing is already certain. Erling Haaland has changed football forever. He has inspired a new generation to dream bigger, fight harder, and believe that no challenge is impossible. From the quiet town of Bryne to the brightest lights of the World Cup, his rise has been nothing short of extraordinary. He is not just Norway's greatest striker, he is football's last Viking, and his legend is only getting started. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Football Chronicles, and let us know in the comments. Will Erling Haaland become the greatest striker of his generation and eventually lift the FIFA World Cup?